welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your, oops, just moving a chair out of the way here. Right, yeah, thanks very much for joining me on your live spread reading. Sorry it's a little bit late up, you know, the earth signs are last, I'm afraid, this time. I've not been very well, and I have been trying to, let me make sure that you guys can see everything on this. It's really hard trying to get everything into frame here. Let me see. Now that brings it up a bit. Right. I hope you guys can catch everything there. I really do, because the way that I'm looking at this, I can't see everything on the... I'm using my other Canon today. I've got two cameras. One is a one of those handheld web thingies, and the other one's like a proper camera. Sorry, I'm just taking a few sips of drink. So if you hear me sort of gulping, don't be offended, man. So, yeah. How does your life spread work? Well, you know, the life spread is a really good spread to do because it shows 5 areas of your life. And you can see here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now at the top of each of those 5 areas is something called your key card. What your key card does, Virgo, Sun, Moon and Rising, is that it shows an energy that you might be experiencing now, or it will be an energy that's coming in the future that you're going to be experiencing, okay? Now underneath the first card, which is your key card, you've got the 3 cards underneath. So each of the areas come in groups of 4 cards. So underneath the key card, for example, we've got your home situation here. We've got past, present, future, 5 of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles as the future. Now, you can either do a life spread reading where you're looking maybe a situation in the past being the 5 of Pentacles of your home life, a situation in the present, Page of Pentacles being your home life, and a situation in the future around the home situation, the 6 of Pentacles. Or you can just look at it as maybe something in the present, future, or future. You can never have with the life spread anything that goes backwards. It's always got to be making a natural progression to a conclusion. Okay. So that's basically how the life spread works. We've got, I'll show you the areas that we've got. I'll try and bring some of these cards in just in case you can't see. And I'm sorry that if they're grouped quite closely together. It's just I want to make sure that you guys can really see everything because it's difficult, really. I don't know how to get cameras that do like really wide shots and shit like that. I'll probably look at that next at some point. Right, so in this area here, this is, well, we'll start with your personal life. This is your personal situation at the moment. This group of 4 is the home life. This group of 4 is your career. This group of 4 is your love life. And this group of 4 is your future. This is your advice card. Now, what's really important to show you is the cards on the right. This is called your anchor, and it's made up of all major arcana cards, because obviously major arcanas hold greater weight than pips and also court cards, okay? So they've got the biggest energies, all right? So you get something like a Wheel of Fortune card, you can be looking at winning a lottery if you get it coupled with something like a 6 of Pentacles, for example. Ace of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. All right, or Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles. You know, those types of cards can be looking at, you know, massive life-changing events happening. You get cards like death, major ending, maybe to a love relationship, maybe moving home, that type of thing. So the majors, we always know, have the greatest weight in readings, and that's why they're your anchor cards. Now, the anchor cards, what these do, they show where everything should be heading within the life spread. So, for example, here we have the star card showing first. This is anchor card number 1. Now, this will be the foundation basis of where your life might be at the moment, Virgo, Sun, Moon and Rising, okay? But this is also the anchor card to show how everything is going to resolve itself or end up after your personal situation is explained to you. So this is where everything should be heading. We then have the Wheel of the Year being your career section. So this is where everything should be heading in that section. The Hermit, your love section. The Chariot, your home section. Justice being your future. This should be showing how everything resolves itself in the future. The High Priestess should be looking at your wishes. So when you get cards 6 and 7, these aren't you know, these are all related, obviously, but they're more to do with, especially your wishes. This is more in your control, because this is probably more where you're looking for things, what you're looking to happen or you're hoping will happen in the life spread for yourself. And then the outcome card, overall outcome, is the Lovers, and this just shows the overall outcome of where everything should be heading, okay, for you. So, or in some sections of your life spread. So let's make a start then. We always start with the basis foundation card, which is showing us the Star. And you guys can, like, see that there, okay? I'm using the Witch's Tarot for the majors, okay? Because I just love the imagery on them. So this is the Star. Now, the Star card is beautiful because what this card really speaks about is kind of hope, peace, tranquility. It's a card about healing. So when you have the Star card, we just know that if you've been going through a really turbulent time, it simply means that you're going to be coming to a place where you're going to be feeling far more better than you have done before, okay? This is a card about enlightenment, so it's also a card about clarity. So for some of you guys, you might be reaching a point of enlightenment within your life where you know where you're going, where you have a definitive path that you want to tread, because the Star card is all about putting our faith in the future, but also putting our faith in the universe and allowing ourselves to be divinely led and to be divinely guided. So some of you guys might be really tapping into the spiritual side of your life to, you know, you might be really feeling aligned. And I do sense, especially within your personal life, there is a sense of alignment going on here with you guys, where we make the right connections, where we speak to the right people, where we have these amazing synchronicities that might happen for us, that, you know, out of the blue, people just show up, or things just seem to work out just like magic. You know, there's a lot of magic around you, but the Star card is also heavily related to the idea of magic, okay? So it really says, you know, you are creating a magical world for yourself where things are suddenly just, because the Star is also the card of manifestation. It's like the magician. It's where you wish upon a star and suddenly things start to manifest. But we all know that with the magician, with cards like the magician, the Star, the Nine of Cups, you've got to be in that place of receiving, okay? That's the whole point. So there's no point in saying, I want this to happen in my life, or I want that to happen in my life, but you're not actually aligned with it, i.e. you're not really doing anything to bring that in, or, you know, you don't really believe that it's going to happen for you, because it might happen for you, but you won't be ready for it, so it doesn't work out, or it just simply won't happen at all. But the Star in your life right now, it could also mean that you are the Star, you're in the spotlight, you're the person that makes things happen, you're the person that people look up to, you're the person that they admire either for your beauty or your talent or your skills or whatever the case might be, Virgo. So I just feel that at the moment you've got so much that is going for you as the foundation basis of your life. Also, the Star card can mean that sometimes you feel outside of everything else. For some of you guys, you might be feeling far away. You might be feeling that there's a situation that is difficult to resolve, because the Star can also mean to be the furthest star in the sky, something that's unreachable. So for some of you guys, you might have hopes and wishes, and some of these things might feel unreachable for you, but I don't sense that within this reading. I really, really don't. I just sense that, you know, looking at this reading, it just looks like some of you guys might be going through something, but you know that everything's going to be okay. I just get this real sense of faith and hope and vitality and spiritual and universal alignment going on with you Virgo people at the moment, and it feels tremendous to watch. Really, really feels tremendous to watch. Let's have a look at your personal situation first of all, Virgo. So first of all, we're looking at the King of Pentacles at the top of the reading. That's your key card. So this is what you should, and King of Pentacles is you guys. Usually King of Pentacles, I think, would represent a Virgo or Taurus individual. I'm pretty sure it's the Queen of Pentacles who actually represents a... Let me just take a look at this actually, because I have my little booklet where I'm just going to see the King of Pentacles. Yeah, King of Pentacles, Taurus, and also Virgo. And the Capricorn would usually be a Queen of Pentacles. So we know that this is you. Virgo represents... This is actually you guys here at the top of the personal life reading. So for some of you guys, you might be stepping into a time of real prosperity, because that's what happens with the King of Pentacles. When you get a King of Pentacles energy, what this is really saying is that you might be involved in a very successful enterprise. You might have come into money. You might have been really successful through investments that you might have made. But I feel that this is more that for a lot of you guys, if you're not experiencing this now, I feel that it's something that you're going to, be experiencing in the future. Because when you're the King of Pentacles, you really do have that Midas touch. All right, you're really successful with something. You seem to have reached a point of great prosperity, great abundance, but not just great abundance. No, I mean, we've got to look at the tarot in real time, and we've got to look at the tarot in terms of being realistic around it. And just because you're a King of Pentacles, it doesn't mean that you have vast amounts of money, but it can mean that you are feeling comfortable, at least financially. And because it's Pentacles, we know that it's to do with material objects and material things. It's the things that you see, that you touch, that you feel. It's the things in the here and now. So things with the King of Pentacles that he's worked for, he's enjoying the fruits of his labours. Okay, so you're a King of Pentacles when you look in your bank account and you say, I've got enough to buy a new video camera. You're a King of Pentacles when you look in your bank account and you say, I've got enough to buy that new dress. Do you see where I'm coming from? Because the kings represent the outcomes. They are the fulfillment of a situation. They are the resolution, the solution. So if you've got money issues, and if a client comes to me and says, I've got some money issues coming up, money issues happening, will they be resolved? And the outcome card shows me the King of Pentacles. I know that I'm going to be telling that client, yes, they're going to be resolved. Everything's going to be, back to how it should be. There'll be balance coming in. You're going to be feeling quite abundant even with your finances. If you're not feeling abundant with finances, things are actually going to be looking far better than they have. Because obviously when I do personal readings and general readings, I don't really want to be filling the client's head with bullshit. So as I know, just because you look at a King of Pentacles, you can't tell a client you're going to be rich. So that client might not have any money for the month, but it might be that they're okay the next month because they're getting paid, therefore King of Pentacles is showing up. But really, in its essence, explanation, usually, the King of Pentacles would be, somebody who's quite successful, somebody who's a leader, somebody who's perhaps in a leadership position, somebody who works on financial enterprises, somebody who's quite successful financially, somebody who has the clout and the ability probably to support and help other people out financially, that type of thing. Somebody who is reaping the rewards of hard work. And I feel that you guys, in whatever capacity that you're looking at with this King of Pentacles energy, some of you guys might be reaping the rewards. But I also feel that this is more than anything, it's saying that you're in a position probably to make an investment in something in your personal life at the moment. And what's interesting to me around this is that we've got 3 kings. 1, 2, 3. But the first card here underneath that King of Pentacles is the 3 of Cups. And that's interesting. So we've got 2 3s in this reading, really. 3 kings and the 3 of Cups. What that sort of tells me is that there is some form of alliance or coalition, I feel, around this situation here with the King of Pentacles, around you. Okay, so I feel that this isn't just involving you. I feel that this involves others. I'm getting the sense that for some of you guys, you might be looking... in terms of business, it could be a collaboration on a new business for some of you guys, okay? You're working towards some form of money-making ideas. Now, for some of you guys, you might be the person who does the investment because you are the King of Pentacles, okay? Around this successful financial situation here, that's the influence you're experiencing now, or in the future, we're seeing a group. But we're seeing celebration happening around this. So something really good is happening financially wise for some of you guys, okay, over the next 5 months. There's going to be some real celebration around this. But I feel more than celebration because it is card number 1 here. All right. So I feel that if you've already experienced the King of Pentacles energy, or it's something that you're aware of right now, it could be that you've had success in the past and there's been real success and happiness and, lots of kind of celebration around this. In the present, with this King of Swords, this could mean that finally, after the celebration, after you've been happy about whatever this success is with this King of Pentacles energy, there is now time to think forward, because we've got a King of Swords showing up after. Now, the King of Swords, for me, is one of those cards that suggests clear thinking. So, you've had the success with the King of Pentacles. There's been some financial good news, or some financial abundance that's come into your life, some real kind of rewards financially, I feel. And around this we can see happiness with that 3 of Cups, because people are coming together and they're cheering and they're really happy. if this was the past, the Three of Cups, we're seeing in the present, after all that happiness, or after all of that kind of goodwill and a sense of feeling quite proud of one's achievement, because the Three of Cups often also means to achieve, so it's a celebration over some achievement that's been made. We're seeing time to buckle down to work again with that King of Swords energy, because the King of Swords can actually relate to taking on new projects, so new work projects. So, you know, you get your thinking cap on again when you're a King of Swords, but this time we're not starting off with the Page of Swords. We haven't got sort of the Three of Cups and then the Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords for me is about seeking information. And it's also about new ideas that come in. So a fresh bout of ideas, a fresh approach to an idea, a fresh approach to a project that comes in that one wants to work on and initiate. Really, this says to me with this King of Swords, you already know what everything's about. So you're looking to action more stuff. So if financially you are quite affluent, or you're feeling quite affluent, or you're feeling in a really good place to make investments because you're financially stable. King of Pentacles means to be stable financially. We can see in the past there's been celebration around this. Probably lots of, you know, for some of you guys, who knows? It could have been anything, lottery win. It could be that you came into an inheritance, money, and, you know, there was enjoyment around this in the past, enjoying the money. But now, in the present, for some of you guys, it could be with the King of Swords. It's time to get down to business, and it's time to get serious, and it's time to think about, actually, well, what am I doing with what I have? So for some of you guys, it could literally be, I'm feeling that, you know, you're coming to a point in your life where, for some of you guys, you might have just been messing about with money. You've got the money there, and you've probably, for some of you, not been doing much with it, okay, except for having a good time and enjoying your life and that type of thing. But the King of Swords is far more serious than this card here, far more serious. You look at the playfulness of the Three of Cups, and you look at the seriousness of the King of Swords, and this guy means business. This guy means, you know, actually, I'm looking at the evidence of everything around me. He's usually seen as being a lawyer, okay, or a barrister, working in the field of law. But this is, in essence, the King of Swords means I'm looking at a situation, and I'm looking at it quite logically, and from that standpoint, that's where I make my decision. So I feel that, you know, for some of you guys, you may have had fun with money, but now it's time to get serious with that King of Swords, okay? So you're probably looking at new projects, new things that you want to action, new things that you want to be involved in. And with the King of Wands energy, whenever you get the King of Wands, this guy goes with his gut feeling a lot of the time, okay? So King of Swords energy, you might be looking at new projects. You might be thinking things over, musing them over, finding the clarity in what it is that you want to kind of be a part of, be a piece of, that type of thing. With the King of Wands, I feel that the King of Wands is more saying, you know, you're looking to take action on those new projects. So often the King of Wands would be somebody who's an entrepreneur. So he would be the type of person who would buy up a whole heap of businesses. Okay, so he would invest in a lot of stuff, and then he would kind of give the businesses away. Not give them away, but delegate things out to other people. So he won't stick around for long because he's Wands. Okay, he is a Wands character. So Wands are fire. Okay, they're always raging. They never really stick. They're always busy doing one thing or another. And the Queen of Wands is the same sort of thing. Very much a multitasker. Hates to be kind of stuck in one place. Likes to be doing several things. So the King of Wands really in the outcome for me is saying, you know, your thinking with that King of Swords allows you then to take action and move into different places or different projects, or invest in different things, or literally take the action on investment, because you're letting your inspiration influence basically the decisions that you make. So you make decisions here with your head, and then you're inspired to take action with that King of Wands, if that makes sense to you. Okay, so we see with the kings are beautiful, because what kings mean is they're absolutes. Okay, so they are the thing that manifests in our everyday life. So if I'm a King of Pentacles, I know exactly what's going down in my bank account, exactly what I need to do, exactly what I owe to this, exactly what I owe to that, and I delegate and I pay accordingly. And I know exactly what I've got left. I am in control of my finances. Just as the King of Swords is in control of the way that he thinks. Just as the King of Wands is in control of the decisions that he makes in terms of taking action, okay, on things that inspire and motivate him, all right? He is in control of the type of growth that he wants in his life, okay? When you get a Wands, it's all about the intentions to grow and the intentions to build and the intentions to move forward. So it's so, so interesting. It's beautiful. All right. And for some of you guys, it could be, especially if you're a man as well, I feel the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is also somebody very much in demand. He's beautiful, he's intelligent, he's very, very successful. Now around you there might have been a lot of females, because Three of Cups can mean dancing girls. Females, a lot of female company, especially if you're a man or a woman, I guess. It just depends really, but you know, especially if you're a man, heterosexual man, you know, could be that you've had a lot of enjoyment around females here, because everything has to link up to your key card. So because the key card is the King of Pentacles, the influence that you're feeling now or in the future, it could be that because you've been so successful, you've got a lot of women around you enjoying what you have, what you do, or just simply a lot of friends. Three of Pentacles doesn't have to strictly be women, it can just be friends. So a lot of friends enjoying your wealth or enjoying what you have. But now it's time to get serious. Now it's time to look logically at exactly what it is that you need to do within your life to move forward with this success that you have. And the King really says, well, I'm bold enough and motivated enough to actually move forward. Okay, so, you know, we go from this fairly kind of flippant energy of the Three of Cups to very mature energy of the King of Swords, King of Wands. Now, with kings, with court cards, yes, they can represent people, and we'll get to that in a moment, but court cards can also represent one person. So, yes, we have a King of Pentacles here, and this could be facets of your behaviour, facets of your personality in these two cards, showing where you are presently and where you'll be in the future, okay? Also, just to say that because, as I mentioned at the beginning, we've got two threes, 1, 2, 3 kings and Three of Cups, I feel that this is collaboration as well. So around you, there seems to be an agreement or a collaboration. People are toasting something here. When you get the Three of Cups, it's about a toast. It can be a business transaction toast. It can be a celebration at a party. It can be a christening. It can be a wedding. It's always a toast. It's people who are agreeing, people who are kind of fundamentally coming together on an agreement. And around this agreement, we seem to have a King of Swords and a King of Wands. Now, these two characters are brilliant because what they do is they really kind of inspire one another. You know that swords, well, actually, yeah, swords and fire and air really are complementary if you're looking at how the elements work within astrology as well. So air helps fire to move, sweeps it. Okay, so I almost feel that around you, you have some good friendships. And with this King of Swords, I see the King of Swords as being very much an inspiration to the King of Wands, because he helps the King of Wands to move forward with his ideas. Does that make sense to you? Because if we had a King of Swords and then a King of Cups, I would find it to be a little bit difficult, but then not so much, because I know that air helps everything to move. It helps water to move. It helps to funnel water out into certain places. So that could still work. The only thing that I would have a problem with is King of Swords and King of Pentacles, because one is earth and one is air, and I'm not sure whether earth and air really mix. Okay, air needs to be able to push something along because air is invisible. Okay, so I'm no scientist or anything, but it's an invisible thing. I know that water helps earth, because it helps to nourish earth, okay? But I also know that fire burns earth and isn't always something that works with an earth sign. But for some reason, you guys seem to make something work with a group of people. But I find that these are two very inspirational people. And I almost feel that the King of Swords and the King of Wands get along really, really well. So I feel it's their ideas and passion that help to move a business situation along. So we have a collaboration here in which we have air influencing fire. And with your added influence of finances, it helps to drive everything along. And we can see that because we have 3 kings, it's a successful business transaction, because you all have your part to play. Here, 1, 2, 3. All of you have your part to play. You, Virgo, seem to provide the material that is necessary to move this business along. King of Swords provides the idea. And King of Wands provides the motivation. Possibly going out. Possibly lots of communication with others. Possibly overseas communication as well. But it all seems to work. There's a lot of inspiration and very good ideas going on here and clear thinking. And also we have with the King of Pentacles, I feel, as your overall energy, real success that you're going to be experiencing if you're not experiencing it already with a collaboration of people. And your Star card is the card that shows us the overall outcome for this piece here, which says that things are actually going to work out far, far better than you ever imagined. Things are really on the up in terms of your personal life, I feel. And I feel that it's with friends, groups, but I also feel that this is, because they're all kings, it just seems to me that this is something very, very serious that you're doing at the moment in your personal life. Okay, I don't know what it is that some of you guys are working on, but I feel it's collaborative and I feel that it's going to actually look really, really good in the future, especially with that Star card being your overall outcome. All right, especially with the Star being the overall outcome. It looks like things are moving in a really, really positive, good way for you guys in your personal life. Let's have a quick look at the other areas. If this video cuts at 30 minutes, I'll record a second one and put everything together. We have in your home life, that's interesting for some of you guys, because there's a parallel. Not a parallel, there's a difference between what's going on personally and what's going on in the home life area for some of you. So perhaps there will be a complete distance between what's happening for some of you guys personally and what's happening for some of you guys homewards, or in your terms of your home life. The general energy is showing the Hierophant. Now when you get the Hierophant is about social structures, groups, organisations, status quo, tradition, values. So for some of you guys, what you could be experiencing as an influence coming in might be some restrictions, I feel, in terms of your home life. It could be in terms of values, but I usually feel that if the Hierophant is often, unless you have a Hierophant type person in your home life, I usually find that this is maybe an external agency that you're dealing with. So Hierophant would usually refer to things like education, church, corporate environments, that type of thing. Okay, so governmental environments as well. And maybe some of you guys are dealing with an external environment, an external agency, somebody maybe who has a say over stuff, somebody who's quite powerful, because the Hierophant is a very powerful figure, okay, because he gives the say of the name. Often you'll get this card come up when somebody has to deal with a lot of government red tape on a certain thing, okay, so it's something that they need to deal with, and it's not within their power, it's down to somebody else's power, whether they get the yes or the no. I feel for some of you guys it might be housing, could even be a bank, or it could even be money. All right, there could be, I feel that there's something financial for some of you guys, and I don't think it relates to your personal life. Remember, all 5 areas don't have to relate to you. And this is a vast difference, because the King of Pentacles is showing here in your personal life. And that shows real success as an influence. If you're not feeling this now, then maybe it's a case of that this is what's happening now and this is what's going to be happening in the future. So all of this might be future with this energy here. It might be now that you're up against the powers that be, because the Hierophant means the powers that be. It's like an emperor. Okay, somebody who has vast power that is unshakable and unknockable, and it's power that's very difficult for as an individual on their own to deal with, because the Hierophant and Emperor, they have all sorts of compartments, all sorts of buildings, all sorts of different departments that deal with things. And if you were to go up against one of these types of structures, it would be very difficult for you to win, not unless you've got a very powerful, or equally powerful a lot of the time, structure of your own. So I feel that for some of you guys, you are dealing with something to do with an establishment, an established order. We can see around this the 5 of Pentacles. So it could be in the past. If this is something to do with housing, you might have left where you are. So a contract might have run out. You might have been told that you've got to leave somewhere because you don't have the money to pay the rent. That type of thing. All right? Because the 5 of Pentacles usually means lack financially. So it means where I don't have enough to do something. It can also mean that I'm being released from an environment that I was used to, that used to look after me. So for some of you guys, it could literally be perhaps within your home life, because remember, the home life can refer not just to your home, but just to your general environment and what's impacting on the home life right now. So for some of you guys, it could be the Hierophant is a work environment. And some of you guys might have left this work environment with the Five of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles says that you're looking at new opportunities. Six of Pentacles says you get that new opportunity coming, because the Six of Pentacles often refers to being given an opportunity work-wise, a promotion, new job. You're the one that's chosen, that type of thing. So I can see a clear progression here. Okay, guys, back again with the second part. It just went off. I can see there's been some type of financial loss here. Here, as a result of this, we are looking at new potential, new opportunities. For some of you guys, this can say that you've actually got some good news that's come to you financially, because Page of Pentacles, remember, pages are messages that we receive and Pentacles is money. So messages about money that result in you receiving something. If this is something to do with housing or assistance that you need, it could be that the Hierophant is a very difficult establishment that you're dealing with as an influence coming in, something that you're not quite in control of. And it could be around this Hierophant that maybe some of you guys have lost your home and you don't really know what you're doing or where you're going. It could be with this Page of Pentacles that you have a shortage of cash and you're looking for new opportunities, perhaps for housing. And the Six of Pentacles says, well, you have a bit of good luck coming because somebody sees what you need and they give it to you. So you're given a chance. If you look at this person is asking for help. They're asking for assistance. And it seems that you receive it, because here, Five of Pentacles doesn't suggest that somebody's receiving assistance. But the Six of Pentacles, we see that they receive the assistance. And actually, the two beggars here on the card of the Five of Pentacles could easily be seen as being the two beggars here on the Six of Pentacles. Okay? So it could be that if you haven't been, or if you have been left out in the cold, or if you've not had a home, or if you have been finding it difficult with housing problems here, you're looking for the potential of new stuff here, you don't have much money, it could actually be that you receive it. And that Hierophant therefore could mean maybe it's a bank, maybe it's an establishment that you go to ask for advice. Because remember, the Hierophant is also a teacher and guidance person. So this is somebody who provides you with really valuable advice. So for some of you guys, you might be seeking advice with this Hierophant energy here. And while you're seeking advice, you might have money problems. You might have problems with housing. Okay? This could easily be seen as being one of those employment agencies, for example. The Hierophant can come in all sorts of shapes and forms. Okay? So this can be, housing, can be employment, can be a good friend. Often the Hierophant is seen as a spiritual teacher, but doesn't have to be. It just has to be somebody that can give you some really, really good advice, set you on the right path, basically. So I feel here around this Hierophant, this might be somebody who's actually giving you some good advice. Because here, there is a lack of, there might be a lack of direction. Because you might find that you are shut out, or you are feeling outside or on the outskirts of society, or you are feeling that you don't quite know what's happening within your life because you don't have the support. So for some of you guys, it might be that your money got cut off. Do you see what I mean? You might have been claiming state benefits, for example. Claiming money from the welfare or from the government or something like that, which has led to the Page of Pentacles having to deal probably with a very small amount of money here. Okay, having to look at what you've got, having to be responsible with what you've got because you lack finances here. But in the future, it shows that you're going to be given a hand. So if this Hierophant here is advice, especially through government, welfare, that type of thing, I do feel that in the future you will get a check, for example. This can represent receiving a check through the post, the Six of Pentacles, because it's about money, receiving money. So, and we've got all Pentacle cards here, so this is a money thing. And this could be government money because the Hierophant is government and we have all financial cards here. So for some of you guys, it might be something to do with receiving money from the state, from the government. It could be receiving money that's owed to you. All right, so maybe with the Five of Pentacles, you've been waiting around a long time to receive a payout. The Page of Pentacles can say you receive the good news, and the Six of Pentacles can actually show when you receive the payout. And it does seem to revolve around something governmental, somebody who's giving you some advice. But I feel that this is more to do with government or something that's official. in terms of money that's owed. That's what I feel that home life situation could possibly be around. Also, this could be potentially a relative or somebody that's asking for help. Because it's all financial cards. When you get financial cards, usually it's where things are actually happening. They're literally, I feel this is something happening now with that. And because it's all financial cards, all money cards, I do feel that this is a money situation that's going on here. Excuse me. Okay. Let's have a look at your career section. So we've got the Magician starting here, which says that influences that you're feeling now will be coming in. It's going to be a new start, a fresh start for you guys. Oh, sorry, we didn't actually look at the overall outcome for your home life. We've got the Chariot. So the Chariot as an overall outcome, I feel, says, you know, you're going to be making progress. For some of you guys, if it's a case of housing, I feel you might be travelling out of state. If it's a case of money being in short supply, it could be with some of you guys, the Chariot means you sell your car or something like that, because the Chariot can mean a car as well, the outcome being a car, if that makes any sense. But the Chariot pretty much a lot of the time means progress that's being made. But because we've got the two horses here who are threatening to split this charioteer apart, this charioteer needs to have the confidence to draw or rein in any difficulty that it sees. So, and also the Chariot really as a card means that you overcome obstacles. So I feel really what this is trying to say is your overall outcome means that you'll overcome an obstacle. The obstacle is obviously, I feel, this Five of Pentacles, and to a certain degree the Page of Pentacles, especially if you're having to make do with a very small amount of money. Okay, and especially if you're waiting for something from this Hierophant, which you do get in the end. The overall outcome of the Chariot shows you overcome the obstacle. Let's have a look at the other cards. The Magician, as I've said, is in your working area, and when you get the Magician, it means new ideas. So we are manifesting things from the universe and bringing them into our reality, because as above with the hand pointing upwards, so below with the hand pointing downward. In other words, what we look at in the universe is, or what we are visualizing, because the Magician card is very much a card about visualization. So you get that Magician card where you're having a wild fantasy about something, or you're having a wild idea about a particular thing. So you're actually manifesting this thing into your everyday life, because the fantasy and the Magician is a major arcana, so the fantasy can be so powerful that you actually do start to manifest this thing, because you become the Magician, capable of bringing an illusion out into the everyday world. But I actually feel that this is more to do with beginning again, starting over, using what we have to start creating a new reality. Now with this, we've got the Ten of Swords. So as a past position, it could be that some of you guys will let go from a job, for example. You might have given up on a job. Ten of Swords means it's over a lot of the time. It means something's finished, it's kaput, it's unrevivable. So for some of you guys, you might have left a job. We can see the Knight of Wands comes afterwards. Well, the Knight of Wands, it's basically Sagittarius. Sagittarius zodiac sign. So Sagittarius relates to travel. Okay, I think Sagittarius, I don't do much astrology, but I believe it's the 9th house within astrology, which rules international travel or just travel related things. So we can see that after an ending with the Ten of Swords with a job, there has been moving on with the Knight of Wands, and the outcome shows the Queen of Cups. I feel that some of you guys may have had a difficult time in terms of a career, in terms of a job. Because why is it that we have in the past the Ten of Swords? And the Ten of Swords can be a pretty vicious card. It really, really can. What this card can say is, you know, I've actually had a really difficult time. I've been stabbed in the back. I've been hurt. I've been betrayed. So for some of you guys in your career, you might have gone through a really bad time, probably with colleagues, because the Ten of Swords often means you know who your assailant is. You know who the people are that are doing this to you. So for some of you guys, Virgo, it could be that you've been dealing with some really vicious energies. And with this Magician card here, it says, I'm looking to start again. So there is something now in the universe that is starting over for you, and it's pretty powerful. But it's your thoughts that have actually, you know, really helped that to get moving. Because the Magician is all about how you think and how you communicate. It is a card based on ideas and communication. All right? And it's also, we know it to be the card of intention. So you set your intention and then you follow things through. So I feel that your intentions are starting to bear fruit here. Whatever it is that you've been setting is now starting to manifest for you in your career. But we know around this Magician card here, in the past there was an ending. And I feel that you guys, for some of you guys, you may have had enough and started manifesting new things. So we have a 10 and a 1 because the Magician represents number 1 within the tarot. And the number 1s we know represent new beginnings, starting over again, fresh ideas, fresh hope, moving into something that is new. Ending of cycles, but then so do the 10s as well. 10s are actually 1s as well. 1 plus 0 is 10. Redacted down is a number 1. Well, 1 plus 0 is not 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. Sorry. So what you have here is an ending to a situation. I feel some of you guys may have given up on a job or given up on a career. Because the 10 of Swords, as well as being stabbed in the back hurt, it can mean I give up. I've had enough. I can't, you know, it's the card of the victim. But the brilliant thing is, after this 10 of Swords in terms of your career, Virgo, we see you moving on because you've got the Knight of Wands. So we see that a change has come in here, probably a change to a new location. Because the Knight of Wands always has a destination that it's going to. So it means that there's a change in direction. Remember, the Knights represent the adventurers. So they bring adventure into our lives. So it's going on a new adventure. I don't feel that you stayed down for long. I feel that you decided, you got yourself up. And if you think about the Knight of Wands, he's the type of person that will get himself up straight away because he's fire energy. So he never really stays down for long. He's too passionate and too much of a go-getter to do that. We see here the need to move quickly. So I feel that you gave up on something here. You'd had enough potentially. There was an end of a job. Even for some of you guys, you could have been let go from a job. There was the need to move very, very quickly after this, I feel, with that Knight of Wands, which results in the Queen of Cups energy in the future, which really says that you're going to be coming to a point of feeling far more peaceful, less kind of up and down, less restless. All right, this Magician card as being your overall energy says that you are creating a beautiful future in terms of your working life. And the Queen of Cups can also say, because when you get Queen of Cups, King of Cups, sometimes these represent people that work from home. So for some of you guys, and because we have a Magician here, Magician card can also mean that you start creating, through your ideas, work-related projects that you can work on for yourself. The Magician represents somebody who's in control of every facet of their life, because he's in control of the cup, the wand, the sword, and the pentacle. Okay, so he makes things happen on all fronts. This is what the Magician does. So for some of you guys, it might literally be running your own home business with this Queen of Cups. And it can be something quite creative. Could be something to do with art, poetry, music, something to do with counselling, health, even the tarot, something to do with psychic abilities, that type of thing. All right, so but I do feel that you're coming into a far more serene place in terms of career here. And the outcome, overall outcome, is the Wheel of the Year, which to me says that you are entering a really, really fortunate time. It is fate that has brought you to this point. You had to go through all of this stuff in order to get to where you are now. Okay, a far more serene, peaceful, happier time in terms of your career. And the overall outcome is the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune, for me in this reading, as the overall outcome, says that whatever it is that you're doing now, in opposition to what you were doing before, is going to bring you in greater wealth, greater happiness, greater health going forward. Let's have a quick look then at your final part. No, we've got 2 more parts to go. We've got the 4 of Wands in your love life. And 4 of Wands can often mean marriage. It can mean where people... You see, the 4 of Wands is a difficult card because you need it coupled with other cards. Things like the Hierophant, for example. 4 of Wands, the Hierophant, can be some sort of ceremony taking place. Okay, because that's a wedding kind of banquet, that type of thing. The 4 of Wands for me in terms of love can mean where 2 people have come together and they've really kind of built something quite successful. But this can also just as much represent maybe a social environment in terms of love. So Some people can actually be searching for love with this Four of Wands energy when it comes to love. All right. So this can represent parties, gatherings, that type of thing. I feel that this is more a meeting place, to be perfectly honest with you, that you're going to meet someone. For some of you guys, I feel that there will be the environment in your love life coming in. I feel that there will be a social interaction with that Four of Wands in your love life. Around this, you're going to meet a mysterious individual with the High Priestess, because the High Priestess means mysterious. It means somebody that you don't know much about, but it means somebody who you're highly attracted to. The High Priestess can stand for a woman usually, but I'm going to, because it's a general reading, I want to do woman, man, but somebody who's mysterious, somebody who's quite alluring, somebody who's quite good looking, somebody who's very, that you're very, very attracted to on a very spiritual level. Virgo, I feel with this Six of Cups, you start to develop a really sweet, lovely relationship. I feel that there's a lot of flirtatious energy going on around this Six of Cups energy, which results in the Three of Pentacles. Potentially trying to develop something in the future with this particular person. All right? That's what I'm feeling around your love life. I know it's not much to say, but that's the only way that I'm going to read that at the moment, to be perfectly honest with you, because I'm kind of running out of time because I've got a lot of the other readings to get through. But I do feel that there is very much the onus on social interaction with this Four of Wands in terms of your love life during the next 5 months. Around this, you meet somebody quite mysterious, okay? You don't know much about them, but you want to get to know them. The Six of Cups to me represents getting to know this individual, okay? Developing something sweet and lovely. But the Six of Cups is usually a relationship that is very, very young, so it's not fully developed yet. But we see the Three of Pentacles in the future, which looks like you guys might be looking to develop something from this in the next 5 months. I'm not going to say marriage. Usually Three of Pentacles would show up when you are looking to build a home with someone, or you're looking at, you know, laying plans with someone, or, you know, you're looking to buy, you know, get a mortgage with someone, move in with someone, that type of thing. So it might be a fast moving relationship that we're seeing here for some of you Virgo people. But I'm seeing that we go from a Six of Cups up to the Three of Pentacles, which is a far more serious card when it comes to relationships as far as I'm concerned. Six of Cups is the young, flighty, loving feelings that you have for your partner. You see what I mean? It's very young energy, but here we see a far more serious energy, so it might be something that moves quite quickly. Okay, I feel this is going to be somebody that you're going to be feeling a lot for in your love life. The overall outcome is the Hermit, which is you guys, your Virgo. Now the Virgo overall outcome for me says that you will be, anything that you are looking for, you will actually have it, because the Hermit means to clarify, and it means to find the answers. The overall outcome being the Hermit means that you're probably on the last leg of, especially if you're single, probably on the last leg of being single. Because remember, the Hermit is a number 9 card. So number 9 means that you're entering a period of completion in your life. So the overall outcome for me means, I feel with that Hermit says that you're going to be reaching a period of ending the search for what you are looking for, because I believe that this person will be what you're looking for over the next 5 months. And finally, what we have is your future, which is beautiful. So we're seeing Judgment. And Judgment says rebirth. So you're going to be entering into a time of resurrection. I don't feel resurrection from the past, but it's a new you. You're entering into a time of feeling that everything is waking up in your life, I feel, because Judgment card is often a card where we are dead. Nothing's really going down. Nothing's really going on. It's all kind of boring and staid, and nothing's really happening. But with Judgment, things seem to come to life. So some of you guys may have a wake-up call. Some of you guys might be getting in touch with people from the past that you haven't seen. And some of you guys will be feeling renewed and revived in terms of your own life. So if things at the moment seem a little bit staid, just know that in the future it's not going to stay like that. Things are actually going to be sprouting. Things are actually going to be happening for you. Around this we have the Star, some very positive energy. And again, in a way, with that Judgment card, it kind of says to me that what it is with this Judgment card that is opening up to you in the future has some very positive connotations to it. So things are going to be moving in the right direction with this Star card, okay? With the Six of Swords, it shows movement, moving past any problems that you may have had in the past onto a clearer, more successful future. And here we have the King of Cups. For some of you guys, you could be moving towards a King of Cups. Could be a Scorpio, Pisces, Cancerian individual. Doesn't have to be though, but it could be somebody who's quite emotionally stable. So for some of you guys who haven't had love, we can see in your love section here there's something quite beautiful happening. And the fact that the mysterious person is the High Priestess, it could be a Scorpio or Pisces individual, because the King of Cups is usually Scorpio or Cancerian, funnily enough. But for the purposes of the reading, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. And we'll say that with the High Priestess as well. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy. Okay? So it could be a water sign, some of you guys. But we see a trip being made towards this individual. So it's almost like this is somebody that you have been waiting to meet all your life. It's almost like it's somebody that you've been waiting to meet all your life. Also, I feel for some of you guys, with the Judgment card, it could be breaking the habit. So some of you guys could literally be breaking a habit that you have had for a while. Okay, so whether that's smoking, drinking, things that are not good for you. You know, Judgment means to break a habit. Okay, so Judgment means you get a wake-up call and it's time that you have to do something. You've got no choice. Because when the angel sounds that trumpet, you've got to listen. You've got to listen. You have no choice but to break whatever it is, whatever patterns you've got going on. Around this, there is guidance, divine guidance. And it's really funny, but this Six of Swords, I read about the tarot every day, and I was reading that this man here can be something called a psychopomp. So the psychopomp would usually take people from a past life into a new life. So souls that had died, he would usually take across the water. To paradise, if you like, to a new reality, a new dimension. So I feel that it's almost like you are becoming anew. You are being guided. The star says to me, there is a lot of heavenly guidance going on with you, and you are being guided by this psychopomp, or this very friendly guidance, this angel. I often see this man behind this person as being an angel. Somebody who is very supportive of this individual here. This individual looks quite vulnerable. So it's almost like you have support on your journey with Judgment. And it's almost like with the King of Cups in the last card, it says that you are being guided towards feeling far more emotionally stable as an individual. When we have addictions to things, or things that we can't seem to relinquish patterns with, what this kind of says to me is that, you know, it makes you feel unstable, especially emotionally. You feel emotionally vulnerable and quite sort of disposed to, you know, depression and difficult thought patterns and that type of thing. And to be a King of Cups usually means, for me, unless you get it with something like the Devil, which can show drink addiction, that type of thing, to be a King of Cups means really kind of coming into your own emotionally. So emotional awareness, I always attribute this card towards. Okay, so you're able to deal with anything. And we look at all of the cards, they're all water. Star has water, Six of Swords has water, King of Cups has water. Star can be an outpouring of emotions, tears. Six of Swords can mean I'm trying to get through an issue. And King of Cups can mean, well, I finally make it. I'm not 100% there, but I'm learning to cope. So I feel for some reason some of you guys are going to be making some life-changing decisions over the next 5 months that are actually going to lead you to a point of feeling far more emotionally stable within your life. And the outcome card shows, as the Justice card, you achieve far more balance and harmony within your life. Your wishes are showing up as the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is an interesting card because it talks about trusting in one's intuition, but letting one's intuition guide one. Okay, it's about sitting back and being patient and trusting that the universe has you back and not having to make a show about stuff, but really trusting in yourself as an individual that you know that you've made the right decisions. And I'm seeing decisions that are being made all over really with you guys. We see it here in the love area, social scene, mysterious person, building a relationship, looking to develop this even more, I feel, with this Three of Pentacles, probably something quite serious. We see having to break the patterns with the Judgment card that are going to lead you onto a far more positive future. We see maybe some of you guys have given up, but you've given up on a job, or you've been let go of a job in your career. Something's ended. But we see with the Magician card, you want to start again, probably on your own terms as well. And you achieve some real happiness and serenity through that Queen of Cups. Some of you might be building your own business, lifestyle business, that type of thing with the Queen of Cups energy, but it leads to greater things with that Wheel of Fortune. We see some of you guys that are in some wonderful friendships, probably business friendships as well, that seem to be working really, really well. So all along, we're seeing people, I feel Virgos, that are making decisions that are right for them. They're doing things, and I feel that in a lot of these areas, there's no questioning going on. I don't see any questioning with you guys. All I see is really stable energy, and that is the trait of the Virgo as well, I suppose. The Virgo is very methodical, very practical, very hard-working, very strong-minded in their perceptions and in their ideas of where they want to go and what they want to do future-wise. And they often have to separate themselves from others in order to make sure that they are concentrating on what they want and not being kind of, I suppose, influenced by others. And all I'm seeing is some really stable energy, logically-wise, mind-wise with you guys. It's almost like you're just so certain of what it is that you want. Even if you go through really bad times. I mean, the home life area looks a bit dodgy, I've got to admit, a little bit, but you still, it's not an issue at all, because we see the advice here. Hierophant, overall energy, somebody that can help you. We see that maybe some of you have been through a difficult time financially here, but you work with what you want, what you have here, and you receive here. So it's almost like with the universe, the universe says, you know, God helps those that help themselves. So if you have lemons, you make lemonade. And from there, you actually get more. Because the universe sees somebody who's not crying and wailing, but somebody who's dealing with something in a very practical manner. And they're not letting the fact that they don't have this or don't have that get them down. They just get on. And I feel that this personal life situation, if you're not experiencing it now, I feel after this home life, this is what you would experience. So I feel that this High Priestess is your wish, is just to let your higher instinct and your the inner voice of God speaking to you, which I see the High Priestess as a lot of the time, just guide you. I feel that you just let universe guide you. You just trust in universal intervention and allow the universe to guide you. And that's why you just don't seem worried in this reading. You just do not seem worried here. You just don't. You just seem to be trusting in whatever it is that you're doing, which is really interesting. Your advice card finally is the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is very, very excellent card because it talks about being confident. It also talks about having lots of projects. It talks about being the centre of attention, because Queen of Wands can be represented by Leo energy. It can suggest somebody who's going up in the world. But they're willing to put themselves out there, and they're not afraid. They show fearlessness with the Queen of Wands energy. They're very proactive. So it's telling you to be proactive, to not allow fears to hold you back. Don't let any obstacles get in your way. Just keep going, which I think is what you're doing. And overall outcome is the Lovers. I feel harmony will be brought into your life with that card. Some of you guys literally will go towards the Lovers, especially if this is revolving around love with your future situation. And especially in the home life situation. New, very strong, very spiritually connected relationships, soulmate relationships. But also balance I can see coming into all areas of your life here. There's nothing bad in this reading at all. It's absolutely fantastic, wonderful, really good. I see over the next 5 months, I feel for a lot of you Virgos, real balance being attained with that Lovers card. A sense of making the right decisions. The Lovers is also about making decisions. But we can see the two Lovers here are facing each other very closely. They're not apart, they're together. Okay, they are the higher echo of the Two of Cups. So it's a very, very strong connection. It's no more about dating. It's literally about starting to build something here that is strong and magical and together. And I feel that in all areas of your life, there is going to be a sense of feeling completely at one with what you do. Wonderful reading. Okay, that's it, Virgo, for your life spread reading, I would like to say. Thank you very, very much for using Carol's Universe, and I'll see you on your September forecast. Take care.